What is happening? I am Minnesota Vikings man 28. Oh, and ooh, we beat the New York Jets. The New York Jets. New Jersey, but who cares? 37 to 17. Oh my. I mean, this is what I wanted. This is what we were, Vikings fans and like everyone else was thinking that we're gonna dominate the Jets. It did get close at the first half, but we pulled away in the second half. So yeah, let's get to it. Um, so let's go through some stats. Kirk Cousins was 25 of 40 for 241 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, Kirk Cousins, just like last week, did not have his best game, but that is okay, because we did make it up with the running game. I feel like since we got the running game going, we didn't have to rely on Kirk Cousins that much. But 25-40, not the best, but still is okay. He did have the fumble, where he threw it backwards. I think it was to Diggs, and no one knew if it was a fumble, or like a backwards pass, or a fumble or not. And then Diggs recovered it. So yeah. Um, um, Rushing, Latavius Murray, 69 yards, 2 touchdowns. Amazing by him. Really broke out in the second half. Um, he has a great two games so far. Jets did have the 17th ranked rushing defense, which is much better than Arizona Cardinals' 31st rushing defense. So definitely proving himself. And then I gotta say, congrats to Rock Thomas on it. I know it was one carry, but it was a good 23 yards. So good job, Rock Thomas. Now let's go to receiving, and you know what we're talking about. We're talking about a record here. Adam Thielen's seventh straight game with 100 yards rushing. I mean, receiving. Um, sorry, sorry for that. Receiving 9 catches, 110 yards, and a touchdown. Hey, well, that touchdown, his first catch game for 34-yard touchdown was already amazing enough. And then, him doing this time and time again and keeps receiving is amazing. I think he's also on track for the receptions in the season. So, yeah, goodbye him. And then when you look at the difference between Adam Thielen and the second leading receiver. Second leading receiver was Aldrick Robinson, was his 1 catch for 34 yards and a touchdown. Stephon Diggs only got 8 catches for 33 yards. So, yeah. There was so much defensive plays. I think there was 3 picks, and then the fumble. That was recovered by Tom Johnson. Interceptions include Harrison Smith almost taken into the house for 52 yards. Trey Wayne, an interception for 24 yards. And then I gotta say, Holton Hill, coming in for Xavier Rhodes, who, it was like like after Xavier Rhodes got injured, first play for Holton Hill gets the interception. So good by him. Let me see, what else do we got? For defense? We have to do some sacks. So Jaron Curse gets a sack. Jaleel Johnson gets a half sack. Danielle Hunter gets a half sack. So Danielle Hunter's on a streak right now. Having at least a sack, half sack, whatever. Having something per game. So, and then Jalen Holmes also got a sack. So yeah. And then the big issue today was the wind and the kicking. So Dan Bailey went 3 of 4 for 3 of 4. His longest was 43 yards, and then 4 of 4 on extra points. I don't really blame Dan Bailey for the miss. It looked like it was going down the middle, and then the wind was just, oof. So it is what it is. And then other field goal barely went in. So yeah. And then I want to say, like, if I had to give out a winner today, I would say Matt Wiley, because when we were pin deep, he just punted that ball away very far. Even when we're not on the unfavorable side of the field with the wind, and he had some good punts. So yeah, um, let's go over the drive summary of the whole game. So Cousins to Thielen, that makes it 7-0, and then we have Sam Darnold pass to Hendon, that ties it up 7-7. Second quarter we get a field goal 10-7. I mean, and then that was halftime. And halftime, I was getting a little bit worried because, like, we were doing very good on defense, giving up only 7 points in the first half. But then, like, where's our offense? But that came in the second half. Latavius Murray, 11 yards and a touchdown, makes 17-7. Field goal by Dan Bailey, 22 yards. I think that was the one that barely went in for a 20-7 lead. Field goal by Jets, 20-10. Still very close at the end of the third quarter. But then we get things moving with the fourth quarter. Touchdown, Latavius Murray for 38 yards, 27-10. But then just answer right back for Sam Darnold up the middle for 1 yard, 27-17. Then Cousins gets a touchdown deep to Aldrick Robinson, 34-17. That's when, the game's already wrapped up, and then we get a field goal by Dan Bailey, his longest of the day, to make it 37-17 overall. The defense played very good, only giving up 17 points. Definitely good momentum going into the Saints game, which is on Sunday Night Football. Not sure when I'm going to have that video up. Oh man, that's going to be late. I'm going to be up late next week. As of the standings right now, the Vikings are in first place. I like to put an asterisk next to it for all you Packers fans, because you would not say, oh, the Vikings are in first because the Packers had a bye week, which, okay, I get it. But I would put the Vikings are in first, because Packers, these next games have to play the Rams and the Patriots. And yeah, and I mean, well, their schedule does get somewhat easier after that, but the main matchup will be the later in the season when Green Bay comes to Minnesota, and that could really determine who's going to be the winner of the NFC North. If we're looking at the playoff picture as a whole, I know some people don't want to look that far ahead already, but we're just gonna give a quick peek at it. Vikings are third seed right now. As of right now, if the Redskins win, let me think. If the Redskins win, let me think. No, they would be ahead of the Vikings because of the win percentage. So if the Redskins win, Vikings will be bumped down the fourth seed. But that's as far as down as they can go this week, because even if the Saints lose, the Panthers and Saints, they can't flip-flop because Saints have a better division record than the Panthers. And then lucky for you Packers fans, you're at the 6th seed right now. So good for you. Other thing I want to point out, the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears. Whew, whew, whew. You get a Hail Mary. You get the Hail Mary, catch it, and you're 1 yard, and you're 1 yard short, and you lose the game. I mean, I expected you to lose to Tom Brady, but seriously? I mean, I know, I watched it again. I know Trubisky was under pressure, but seriously, 1 yard short. Life of Bears fan. Lose to Brock Osweiler, lose to the Patriots by 1 yard. It is what it is. The Lions also won today against the Dolphins, so Brock Osweiler only played good for that last week game, which I'm okay with. So yeah, that's all I really got to say right now. So yeah, that is Vikings. Vikings win 37-17 against the New York Jets. I'm happy about it. So yeah, this has been Minnesota Vikings Man 28, and as always, Skull.